Hello again and welcome back to the channel. I'm the boy who lived twice, and today we'll be talking about the casting choices in the original movies, and in particular where they could have been a little bit better. Let me preface this by saying the cast were all amazing and they defined those characters for so many people. But there were some missed opportunities. Some instances where the initial casting, which was of course for a young child of like 10 or 11 years, could have been better because it couldn't have possibly accounted for how the actor would grow up and how the character in the story would evolve. Because one, of course, evolves how the author wants him to evolve, and the other is a real life human being who grows up with a life and actual like genetics and things like that and can't be made to fit into exactly how the character evolves. So we're just going to be talking about some places where they could have possibly been better, although we can't possibly fault the actors for this, and not even the casting directors. They all did their best. And again, these actors defined the characters for like an entire generation, and we all love them for it. So none of this is hate. None of this is criticism of anybody. It's just saying where there could maybe have been some fine tuning in the ideal perfect world of representing the Harry Potter books as movies. I'm going to start with one that I think a lot of people are going to take a little bit hard. Ginny Weasley. Bonnie White, absolutely fantastic. We all love her. Super great. She looked a lot like Ginny Weasley, especially as a little kid. Incredible casting choice. The shy, bashful little redhead, like scurrying around behind luggage to avoid Harry seeing her. Adorable. Fantastic choice. However, the casting director could not have possibly known, Bonnie couldn't have possibly known, that Ginny Weasley was going to become Hogwarts' most popular student, a Quidditch star, the primary love interest of the main protagonist for the entire series. They cast her perfectly for movies 1 through 4. Ideal, fantastic, great. Even to some extent for Order of the Phoenix. But for Half Blood Prince, for Deathly Hallows, not really a super great fit because Ginny's effectively a totally different character in the books than who she is for the first four. She completely changes, and Bonnie White, although she's an incredible actress, is not able to literally transform into another human being partway through filming a series. So I am sorry to anyone who is upset with that. Please comment below if you think that she was actually perfect. Maybe I'm wrong. Open to criticism. But anyone who does think that she was a great fit also has to contend with, I'm gonna have to mention it. That scene where Harry and Ginny are sitting alone and she goes, "Open up, you," and feeds him a pastry. That was the cringiest single moment in cinematic history, I would argue. So that definitely could have been better. Because she wasn't cast as a love interest, she was cast as a cute, shy little kid. Sorry. Now, Hermione Granger. I know everybody loves Emma Watson. We all love Emma Watson. Emma Watson is a gem of an actress, a character actor, and a human being. I'm sure you've all heard the story about how the primary three cast members were given that assignment to prepare for their characters to get to know them better, where they had to write an essay about their characters. If you don't know the story, Rupert Grint forgot to do his assignment, which is the most Ron Weasley thing that anyone could ever do. He completely flaked on the assignment. Harry wrote like one page and was like, yeah, that's good enough, which very Harry Potter. Emma Watson, as Hermione Granger, wrote like a 10-page, thoroughly researched essay with references specifically to the book and how she thought she was a good fit and all these direct, exact comparisons, which is so unbelievably Hermione. It's perfect. Emma Watson is Hermione Granger in real life as a person. However, in the books, Hermione Granger is described as plain, frizzy haired, buck toothed. She is in no way at all an attractive character. And Emma Watson, though she is a perfect fit for the character, we have to fault her a little bit for the fact that she's also stunningly beautiful. Now, I made this point in a conversation with my mom, and she said, "Well, Evan, Hollywood's not exactly going to cast an ugly girl in the leading female role in a massive series." And that's totally fair, and I get it, and Hollywood's got a Hollywood. So yeah, Hermione had to be beautiful, but it just is a slight deviation from the story that it made her reveal in Goblet of Fire where she walks down the stairs with her teeth shrunk and her hair all done and she's made herself beautiful. It didn't really hit in the movies because she's been very pretty the entire time. I know it's a little weird to say that about like a young girl actress, but she's not like a frizzy haired, bucktooth, awkward little kid. She's like a pretty little girl who grows into a beautiful woman, as opposed to being an awkward, weird, freckly, whatever little girl who changes, transforms magically into this stunning adult woman. So that's just one chance where it could have been a little better. Now, my biggest missed opportunity, personally, that I think, Fleur Delacour, played by Clémence Posse. Now, Clémence is a very beautiful French girl, but Fleur isn't beautiful. She's not just the most gorgeous human being alive. She is literally, specifically, magically attractive. She's a kind of drop dead gorgeous that makes men fall from their chairs, that causes fights to break out when she walks by, that is genuinely mesmerizing. And now I'm not saying that there was a better person to choose. I'm not saying there's an actress who is Fleur Delacour. There's not. That's kind of the point. No human being actually looks like Fleur Delacour is described. And again, Clemency is exceptional and pretty clearly conveyed the whole this is a pretty French girl aesthetic. But I feel like that character deserved more. Maybe even just to have been like so artificially perfect with like going on after an airbrushing, special effects, literally make her glitter like the Cullens in Twilight. Literally make her sparkly. Give us some indication that her beauty isn't just incredible, that it's literally otherworldly and inhuman, because Fleur Delacour is not pretty. Fleur Delacour is irresistibly gorgeous in a quite literal magical sense. And that was, again, another missed opportunity. Although I don't know if that one could have been done better casting wise. I guess that's more a complaint for the effects department that they didn't go all out on Fleur Delacour. And now, just to revisit briefly, the entire cast was amazing. I think everybody that I mentioned today did an incredible, great, fantastic job. Absolutely adored their portrayals of their characters. So happy that they were the people who formed those images for so many people who saw the movies concurrently or saw them first. I know that we all, after seeing the first few movies with Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, Emma Watson, with all the other very famous actors, for future books, when we read the books, we kind of saw Daniel Radcliffe, we kind of saw Emma Watson, we kind of saw Rupert Grint, and of course we did, and they were amazing for that, and we'll always be so grateful to them for that. These are just slight ways that it might have possibly been tweaked. And now I would be remiss to not just say my two personal favorite acting choices in the entire series, the two best possible alignments of actor or actress to character, and that would be, of course, Maggie Smith as Minerva McGonagall. Perfect, flawless, absolutely extraordinary. That didn't so much change how I viewed Minerva McGonagall in my head as I saw her on the movie screen. I was like, "Yep, that's it." I literally changed nothing in my head about what I thought McGonagall acted like, looked like, how she presented herself. Perfect. And now the number one perfect casting choice, which was actually done by random chance. From drawings of a fan letter, Ivana Lynch, Luna Lovegood. Perfect. Need I say more? No, I don't. You all know it. I hope that you like this. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you enjoyed this and want to see more thoughts like it, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.